Well, gang, welcome back to Tim Butterly's show. How lucky are we? We have in Matt McCusker HQ today. It was too hot outside.
Why does he have
Why does he have this place?
No, I know why he's got this place. We know why he's got this place.
Why does he have the Jack Shack?
Why does he have a shroom blindfold?
He gets into all the holistic stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way. It doesn't count as fapping if you've denied one sense.
This is quite a fine masturbatorium that he's rented for himself.
Yeah, for the man who has everything, what's left in fapping?
The kids call it a goon cave, but I call it a masturbatorium.
Yeah, he just sits in here and does tongue cat Ali, and he gets his skin tingling. And he tries to deny himself the orgasm, and it doesn't work. And he falls to his knees and he cries to God, "Please relieve me." And when we're lucky to be here, I'm joined by, someone. And I hope you don't think I'm blowing smoke up your ass. I would consider a Mount Rushmore level stand-up comedian.
In that it's a direct insult to the Native Americans. Yes, and I pride myself in that. You're never getting this country back. Think of my head on top of that mountain, looking over the graves of your formerly sacred lands.
Your eyes wide open, staring down at
all the greatest presidents, spooning dick to ass, right on your ancestors' graves, looking out.
50-foot high piles of Indian bones and buffalo hides.
Jefferson nuzzling my neck.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's motherfucking Kurt Metzger.
Oh my God! Would you blow smoke up my ass? What is that right there? Is that a vape?
Yeah, it doesn't work though. I tried. I'm sorry. We're
do you have any Tomcat Ali?
She was great on Sister.
I was gonna say Tomcat Ali sounds like someone they brought in, like in the later Cosby
She replaced
years.
one of the ants on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did an incredible job.
The second ant was Tomcat Ali.
Tomcat Ali.
Tomcat.
Sarah, sorry, my bad. I didn't want to code switch on you. I didn't want to insult you by doing the proper pronunciation.
I think that's Muhammad Ali's daughter, Tomcat.
Tomcat Ali, incredible boxeress.
Is she, or is it like
for a girl?
Or is it like nepotism?
Yeah, she got the rub from Daddy.
Dude, you know what Shane said a long time ago on my old podcast that I laugh at all the time when I think of it? Because remember they made Batman with that skinny chick? They made Batwoman on WB.
Yeah.
And it was like really cringy. It probably was like great. I probably should have watched it.
No, I promise it wasn't. I don't know.
She goes, that suit will be great once a woman is in it. It was like that. Fucking Shane goes, they should make her arch villain a man of average strength.
That's my issue with the new Gladiator, not Gladiator, Spartacus.
Is it star the chick from Suicide Squad, the black lady boss?
Is that who that is? I don't know, but yeah.
The star Amanda Waller as Spartacus.
They gave a powerful black lady Spartacus status.
Wait, you're talking about
this is now a Spartacus
you're not
podcast,
talking about the remake of the Kirk Douglas film.
No, the Stars TV show.
Of the Stars TV show, which is just a porn.
Kind of, but also it rocked pretty good.
Was it good?
It had everything.
It looked like all digital and shit.
Yeah, I guess so, but it had also Lucy Lawless's real boobs. Remember waiting decades for those?
No.
And then they gave us almost more than we could ever ask for.
I mean, I wasn't.
Are you seriously shrugging your shoulders at Lucy Lawless tits?
Fine with them, but
I thought you were yes fap. This is very no-fap talk.
What's yes fap?
Yes fap means just regular. You're doing no-fap.
Is that like a sex positive or negative feminist? Yo, dudes are chicks now, dude. I'm a no-fap. Are you a girl? Yeah. I'm a yes fap.
I need to lose 5 pounds.
Oh, it's over for the kids. You have kids? Tell them it's over, dude.
They know.
Yo, their taints are never going to be like the size of a normal man's taints. That's just a fact. In fact, in the future, when they excavate things, they're going to have to hide the evidence of the giant taints of the giants who once populated this land.
What happened to the
Because the kids are going to, they're all going to be 4 feet tall, fucking big head Greta Thunbergs. Or just all half an iPhone with like a gland of some kind between their legs.
Right. Yeah, the fingers are going to fall off of our hands. We're not even going to need them anymore. We're just going to need styluses coming out of our wrists.
I cannot believe how snotty and smart-hearted the online kids are.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and are you shitting me? First of all, now I'm old enough where like millennials, it's their kids, right? Millennials, the worst generation, and your Zoomers are right to hate you. That's a fact. because the millennials are really who let everyone down. Much more so than the boomers, or I was on the cusp of Gen X. I would say I was Generation Next, the one that Pepsi was in charge of.
Generation for sure.
Pepsi said this is Generation Next.
You're
So I think that's
generation.
where I fall. But
You
I don't
read
know.
more Gen X though. I think you resisted any of the millennial urges.
Well, what's a millennial urge?
I don't know. I feel like if there are, if there's anything inside of you that makes you want to like make a brave point,
That's all I do.
I think you stuff that down.
I make a lot of brave points.
And I think it would kill you to be seen as a millennial. I think that the
I couldn't be. I couldn't.
You
I
jump
can't.
on the back of the trolley of Gen X and your feet are dragging behind it through the streets.
Listen, you went to high school. Okay, you know how it works. I graduated. Now I fuck millennials. That's what's appropriate. Okay? Now, I don't know what the future holds, but maybe I'll be some Zoomer stepdad one day. Hey! Don't talk to your mom that way.
This is exactly why I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm a barren man, by the way. I don't have any kids.
I'm so happy for you.
My what do you call it? My
You haven't.
my orchard lies fallow. I don't know what the term is for being barren.
Is it a medical thing, or are you just like
My eggs are no good.
you should have your sperm frozen?
Should have frozen my eggs.
I'm dealing with a lot. As you know, I have 3 beautiful children.
I can't believe that. And they're like adults now, right?
One of them is about to be an adult. She's 17 years old. She's going into her senior year of high school. We brought her to Texas. And for 17 years, it's been, we were going through the Philadelphia school system. And for 17 years, the conversation has been, look, this is all kind of bullshit. But if you get good grades, no one's ever going to bother you. And you can probably make a lot of money.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's worked. Well, I mean, it's better than, look,
It
she's got
teaches
nothing else to
obedience.
do. She hasn't had a job until recently.
It teaches is she a homely gal or is she all right looking?
She's so beautiful.
Is she?
What
I give man advice.
What I'd give for a dog daughter.
So you can't marry her to like an Arab or something, like a rich Arab.
Could, but
Is it like you could sell her to?
she
an
does
Arab?
talk about wanting to be like her mom because my wife's been a stay-at-home mom the entire time.
Yeah, well,
and she goes,
it sounds like a good deal.
She goes, I'd love to have my own family someday, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Yeah, you're gonna luck into finding a guy that's going to treat you decently and somehow provide for you. That's crazy.
Well, that's over now. Listen, get OnlyFans. Here's my advice. Here's my advice to the kids. There's nothing for you. Has she thought about military service?
She talks about like cosmetology school. Well, she wanted to go to college for psychology. She wanted to go to a private university.
That's smart.
No, it's not.
Or no? Why?
What are you're gonna start your adult life with $120,000 in debt?
Oh, it's that expensive to learn psychology?
Something like that.
What you should do is try to create a pyramid of power. Now, what is that? That is when it could be a sales funnel. It could be just part of your Sigma grind. It could be, let's say I know everything about Tartaria. That's hot right now. Okay. And then I build a mind prison for a bunch of other small tainted Zoomers. They know something's missing from their life. They don't know what. They've been borderline castrated by petroleum in their fucking Fruit Loops. And luckily, they're a lot more like cattle now, where you just flash bright Japanese colors at them, and they'll just follow it. And what you do is you build a pyramid of power out of those retards. Well, smartards, really, because they're real smart, but they're like retards.
They're capable of things we'll never be, but it's all.
Oh, they're the ultimate hackers.
Yeah.
They're the ultimate and like
they're min-maxing games and strategies we'll never even.
And they
touch.
can't handle loud noises in black people.
Well, I mean, nobody's perfect.
Dude, like, have you not noticed the correlation of Spurgs and racism?
Yeah.
Because I have.
Boy, have I.
Those colors don't go together. They look at black people like a train that someone hasn't cleaned off. Have you ever talked to these online people? They love a nice Nick Fuentes.
Well, yeah.
Which
wait, which side? You're talking about the other. You're talking about.
I only see it as Spurgs and non-Spurgs now, but
which one? Which side likes Nick Fuentes?
I don't know
because
I think he has funding. Why would you like that unless you're like a cat boy? Like if you're like I don't know why you'd be into it.
Well, the queer youth I think are going to embrace him when it's actually comes out. It's proven that he actually sucked Destiny's dick.
Or Michael Brooks, he's dead now. That report, but he had the video for years.
So I heard. Yeah, he was sitting on it because if it came out, it was going to ruin his documentary. Yeah,
no, it wasn't a documentary.
It was an article.
It was a book about the online right. But I see Nick Fuentes pop. Why is he on Tucker or Candace? Why? Well, like he must have got a new round of funding from somebody, because he doesn't have like. That guy's a piece of shit, and go watch Kino Casino for the documentation of him. But the dude is 100% there to be a human fart and stink up like they're like, oh, he makes good points, yeah, and then he stinks them up. Right, that's his job.
Yeah, well, I mean, as everyone making noise on the internet right now. My point is,
when I stink up a good point, is because I wanted to do it, and I didn't. I didn't earn anything from it.
When McCusker was letting me in, we were talking about you bullying Charlie Kirk online, and how he has to be aware of it.
Do you think he is?
He has his entire life. His entire job is online, and there's a psychopath online talking about how impossibly small his face is for his head.
Yeah, I said it's like Gaza.
And his team is coming to him every day.
His fucking skull is doing an illegal siege of his face. Like I just see Greta Thunberg trying to make it across this part of his head to the face that needs nutrients, and she can't make it. She gets caught by the IDF, and then she has to watch Schindler's List.
They detain her. She gets a great photo op out of being escorted off of his head.
Did you know that? Did you see they caught Greta Thunberg when she's trying to break the blockade?
Yeah. Yeah.
She was wired to go off as a "How dare you" bomb. Okay, that's unchecked aggression against Israel to send Greta Thunberg in there with that face. With the Maloikia face, the evil eye face. And luckily them Jews caught her and she had to watch Schindler's List for the rest of the day. And not the good parts.
Okay.
Not the fucking good parts.
Here's
where Ray Fine's about to pork that Jew broad in the basement. Not that part. We wore that part thin on the tape, if you know what I mean. Sorry, go ahead.
I have something constructive that I think you'd be very useful for. Okay, so now look. I guess I'd be considered a millennial parent, right? I have an almost adult daughter.
Well, what are their genders? Son. Do they match?
Now they do.
Do their genders match the piece of paper, the meaningless piece of paper you forced on them?
Brother, I went through the trenches on this. Yes.
Oh, you told me you did.
I fought for this.
Okay, so wait. Was it your eldest daughter?
Yeah.
Okay, so you already done an incredible achievement.
Yeah.
That she didn't chop her own tits off.
Oh my God, dude. She wanted to.
Dude.
She didn't want to chop them off.
But
she wanted to talk to us about binding.
Yo.
You know what binding is?
Listen, this is not even... Okay, America...
She was 13. She was 13, didn't know a single thing in the world. She talked to other like teens for the first time, and it was like, we need to do something about these tits.
Listen, America's over, dude. Like, America should be a podcast now.
It kind of is.
America should just be a podcast. Let's just face it. Just get out of the mainstream. This is not a country.
So
that's obvious.
The fucked up thing is that the wave crashed, and that's not really happening anymore. There was just a 4-year period where every parent...
Yo, what about some girl that don't have Tim Butterly there looking out for her titties?
But I watched that happen to those people.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And you know what's so funny is like, because I don't have kids, I wasn't around to watch that happen. I'd probably be some problem on the local news. Huh?
You saw it online.
But it's not real. Like you saw it in a way like that I'm just making dumb jokes about. Like that's your kid. I don't even, there's a profound immaturity that I'll probably have forever from not having kids, and it's from not dealing with that.
I didn't want to deal with it. If you know what it felt like? It felt like the parental version of the movie Come and See. You know where the kid
I
gets
never
like,
saw it because it was too. I thought it would be too harsh.
a
For me.
Belarusian villager gets pulled into the
Yeah.
conflict, and then by the end of it, he's just like completely shell shocked.
Yeah, right.
It was nuts. I got dragged through the entire thing, and I don't really. I have like mentioned it here and there, but like number one, it's tough to like joke about, and number two, it's like kind of TMI for people. But bro, I went through. I dragged.
No, that should be
family
normal
through the
information.
fucking
Hey,
trench.
look, there should never have been a point in history where there's a conversation you would have with somebody. Like, I had to convince my daughter not to do tit binding. And by the way, was she even going to commit to being a dude, or was it like some bullshit where she's like kind of a dude but not?
That's what it was going to be.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Kids can't even commit.
You can't stop there, though. And this is what I fought with her over. You don't stop at I'm just kind of a boy. It's like, oh, well,
Why would
we
she
all
possibly
got hormone treatment.
But why would you even like? God, that's so.
And it's over now. If I would have just went along with it, I'd be looking at a fucking mutilated freak every day, just like, how's the job search going, sweetie?
Probably very well. She's probably not going to make it now.
I don't know, man.
Yo, dude, that is one of the most terrifying things I think I've ever been alive for. Is, you know, because you saw Maron's tour of like trashing the Rogan sphere.
Yeah, you and all your friends are
Well, he didn't mention me. I don't think he would say that about me.
by proxy, though. You definitely call it splash damage.
my
You live in
first-
Austin.
My first writing job was for Mark Maron, professionally, and I can't imagine him including me in his jealousies at
Hey,
you
man,
know.
you're in Austin. You're part of the problem.
When people
You and
make,
all of his other old friends are ruining everything.
when you see fucking like the videos of somebody clipping, oh my god! By the way, it literally does. I think Maron has an hour coming out. So
Yeah, he's doing the Austin Stinks press tour, which I respect. I think that's cool.
yeah, good for him. But here's what. But when you see the videos talking about it, you know, the various comedy enforcement videos, you don't see my name in the Maron thing at all. In fact, I don't ever even get included in the
Does it make you
Rogan
jealous
sphere.
at all?
A little bit, but Mark wouldn't say it about me. I don't think. I doubt Mark would say it about me. I can't see because I just know him for too long, and it'd be he ain't woke. First of all, whatever the fuck his thing, I know him. But a lot of comics are jealous, fucking little Twinkies inside, you know, deep
Yeah.
down. Like, why are you commenting on Tony at all? What, Mark? Like, you're not above it if you're. You know what I mean? Like, are you really jealous that Tony has the premier fucking flipper arm person Squid Games? Is that, Mark? Is that threatened? Oh, trans feeling safe. No, they don't. They're in line with the other fucking Mad Max Fury Road mutants so that Morton Tony will turn on the water. Do not get addicted to water, my friends. Tony comes out.
You will grow to resent bombing.
Tony has like a crippled dwarf looking through a telescope.
It's Red Man.
It's Red Brian, right? They have like fucking Yoni with a collar on and a big like helmet going into the desert.
They're
And,
milking Heidi.
Yeah. She's and then so like, okay, so that's a good jest of the Kill Tony thing. So why would Mark be bothered by Kill? Seems like that's how I would talk about Kill Tony, right?
Because it's funny.
Just to have some fun and be funny.
Just to have some fun.
Dude, have a great fucking flipper arm crab bucket. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah.
Why are you lowering yourself by even commenting? I don't think it's because Mark thinks the trans people are afraid for their lives because of Tony. I don't buy that.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me tell you, the other flip side, you know, I think Maron always probably had it in for Rogan because Rogan's like a masculine dude, and Maron's like a guy that gets professor pussy. And more power to him. I was there watching him, like he gets professor pussy.
No,
But-
what does that mean? He's the professor, or he's getting like
Yeah, no, he's the young college
scholarly
student.
women?
He's the young girl. But good for him. Old guy getting good. You know, we should all. It's the highest aspiration there is. But anyway, if you're gonna be fucking professor pussy, be a professor. And if you were gonna be a professor, you'd know something. So before you even talk about the Rogan sphere, dude, how about COVID? Do you think that went fine? Because I'll bet you he didn't have nothing to say about it, did he? I bet he said, get your booster. So this is my question to anybody in LA. Did you get your 14th shot yet? Because that's what you're supposed to have, professor. If you're trusting the science. Yo, like, to the very idea that somebody older than me, anybody older than me, is still worried about this shit. Are you all retarded? That's why you were in that position with your daughter. Because older people are fucking fucktards that are still worried about their Hollywood dreams. Yo, it's the end of the world, you fucking... Holy shit. I mean, I'm shocked. Like, I love Maron. He'd get my first job, dude. I'm just shocked when I'm like, you still feel like a little girl inside? Right? Like, he told me that.
He feels like a little girl inside. He said that.
Yeah, every guy has an 8-year-old girl. He was fixing his hair. He was being funny. He wasn't saying it like he was coming out. He was being funny, just like fix his hair because he has a look that gets a certain type. Look, I respect it. But like, maybe because my hair fell out, I guess I don't have the you know?
Right, the
maybe I have the wisdom of my hair fell out of my fucking head, but I don't have these feelings, you know?
Right.
I just wear charity shirts that are given to me.
Yeah.
Like a dad. I have no kid. You know, dad just wear a shirt that you give him at a store. Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing this.
Yeah, thank you, companies that sponsored one episode of the podcast 4.5 years ago. I need a closet full of shirts.
Because, let me tell you something, 20 years ago, you'd be going to a store to buy a t-shirt a sponsor gave to a podcaster, you know?
Yeah.
I might as well get a head start on the future of shirts now.
They're the Beanie Babies of thrifting right now.
Yeah. Anyway, the stupid, like, fucking, I never got into, like, football and shit, okay? So, the team aspect, or were you, like... Because I know I have friends in LA or in New York, like, oh, what was Austin? Like, who gives a shit about the scene? Is everybody
Seems like
stupid?
A lot of people. Seems like a lot of people.
Yo, I have
the clips
friends.
Are going crazy.
Okay. I just need a club to hang out at. Rogan built the best club that pays the most of any club, by the way. Rogan's club pays the most.
So I've heard.
Now, I would say Gnome from the Cellar is very generous and always was compared to all the other clubs. Rogan's club, it's unbelievable. Also, I get booked there a lot, you know? In New York, by the time I left, I would be like writing on shit, and I didn't feel like being out like that. You know, by the time I could just be at the clubs all the time, I didn't want to. Mm-hmm. And then in LA, it was like the Nanette years. Which, by the way, I didn't hear. Maron made a lot of excuses for Nanette. I just want to point that out. You're outraged by can't like flipper arm people have their dreams too, Mark? Just It's Pat from SNL. Those are the people Mark cares about, right?
Yeah, not the.
I hope Mark. I want to have Mark on my on Derp with Curb. That'd be great because I really love Mark. I really
get him on his press tour right now.
I know he'll do it.
He'll hit some clips for you for sure.
It's just like I'm like, dude. Now, because I'm on a fucking news show and I have to know the news. Watching a liberal, like a Obama 2012 liberal. Which, like, Mark wasn't that when I met him. It's just like he had his podcast. You know, by the way, he's an early podcast innovator, Mark. And I still remember this, dude.
Of the medium.
And here's the great thing about Mark. They used to call him the godfather of alternative comedy and, like, the Village Voice. And he hated it so fucking much. And he would yell at Dimitri. I like Dimitri, too, but Mark just didn't like his whimsy, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't
Dimitri would come skating up the street on a longboard, and Mark would go blowing on a pinwheel. He didn't have a pinwheel, but it was like that. I remember this, and Mark would be like, "Look at you, you're so cute, aren't you? Why don't you be a man?" He's probably projecting something from his dad, you know. But anyway, that's why I love Mark, because that, you know. Or let me tell you something Mark did. If he wants to talk about Tony, and by the way, this is a very funny thing Mark did that I laugh about to this day. That he probably doesn't want me to tell. Oh, but he should because please. It's funny as shit. Seriously, this is one of the most... Okay, because his first show I ever wrote for was called Nevermind the Buzzcocks on VH1, which is Maron's show. And Zach Galifianakis had it was called The New Face of VH1, and it didn't work out and everything got canceled. So
this was when they were entirely talking head stuff.
So the makers of Pop-Up Video made Nevermind the Buzzcocks, some British show. It was like a mean music... It probably do. Honestly, if there were like internet was a thing, it would be like doing incredible. It would be like Hot Wings level. What's that fucking show where you watch
Hot Ones? Yeah.
I'm just like amazed that the genius retardation of that concept is amazing to me because like, yeah, I want to watch you eat and react to hot wings and talk about your career. That's so fucking stupid that it's like obviously going to be huge.
It's Minecraft YouTubers for adults. For like
no, dude,
really
it is like got
adults.
everything great in it. It's got like true Hollywood bullshit mixed with eating wings and like
it does have.
It's like a fat man's Dancing with the Stars. You know, it's like a slobs Dancing with the Stars. Oh, he gonna eat them wings? I wonder if he's good at eating.
I love the idea of a guy sitting at home watching. First of all, he's watching on his television, not even his phone, and he's just like, "Dude, they're about to get to the bomb. I can't wait to see how he handles this one."
Bill Murray could eat a hot wing. I was surprised. Anyway,
wait. Get him.
This is a great, funny thing Maron did. Okay, this is why I don't buy any of he. I mean, he can say sensitive and woke now. Shut up, dude. I know funny Maron. I know him. So we were going to lunch. Okay, so this is such a funny dickhead thing to do to a friend. Okay. We're just walking and we're talking. He goes, "Don't laugh, dude." Okay. So I'm like, it wasn't. So I just look and there's like a, okay. It was like a guy who was like a dwarf and like these like crutches. He had like, it was like a guy with 50 things wrong with him. Elbow crutching down the street, like pretty loud. I didn't even notice it until Mark said, "Dude, don't laugh." So imagine that, like I'm just like this, and I hear "don't laugh." I'm like, what? And I like, oh, because then it hit me that he said that. And I'm like, and I had to like not laugh. Do you know how funny that is? It makes me laugh. Like I'm getting like a little nostalgic for like a fun time I had with Mark. Dude, you know how dickheaded that is to go "don't laugh" when there's
it's
like
incredible.
Crippled midget fucking waggling down the street next to you. I mean, that's one of the most genuinely funny things that Mark did. And it doesn't jive with his, like, he interviewed Obama, right? Like, anyway, meanwhile, I know Tony's deeply hurt every time somebody doesn't like his fucking thing and think it's the greatest, right?
Everyone is.
No, I'm not. I don't give a shit.
I get my feelings hurt.
Why?
Because I put myself out there. And
dude, you achieved something more than most famous entertainers have ever achieved, which is keeping your daughter from mutilating her own tits during the fucking... I mean, like, dude, your achievements are more than anything I've done in my career. Okay? It's more important than what Rogan did with his podcast or Maron did. You kept your daughter from being sacrificed to Kybi.
I know.
By the cult. She almost became a priestess of Kybi with her tits chopped off in an ecstatic frenzy.
I know, and there were girls at school named Kybi that were cheering
was there
this kind
really?
Of thing on.
Was there a Kybi in her school?
Close enough. Some really difficult pronunciation or spelling.
It's spelled Sibeli, but it's Kybi.
Yeah.
I think. I don't fucking know how to say that fat cat lady goddess name. It's a goddess, big fat goddess. Where it's supposed to be two lions, but I think it's just a fat cat lady. I think she's a fat fucking gender blob, queer studies. It's like feminism somehow, but it's obviously not.
Right. The goddess of polyamory.
And dude, it's like an early church father writing about the cult of Kybi.
Yeah, that's me now.
And he's like, yeah, the priest, the dudes, he goes, like they castrate themselves and then they go about in the street wailing. Not after the castrate, like they just go, it's ma'am. That it's like there's nothing new. Everything has happened before. And you live in a country that's actively trying to duplicate Rome.
Right.
So that's why the Book of Revelation works. Not because it's an amazing prediction of the future, because it's like a play. It's like a fucking play they're doing, like Shakespeare, like Summer Stock. They make everything just how Rome was ruined. They do like beat for beat.
Yeah. No, I lived through it. But imagine I didn't fight it though. Imagine if I was just like, wow, it's not even that hip anymore. And honestly, like the kids.
How could you not fight it for your own child? I like. First of all,
I know you're saying that, but I watched people.
I know.
Yes,
I know. And you know what's funny? I shouldn't even say you have the greatest achievements of any comic I know, but you do. It's like almost like how Gutfeld's the #1 late night comedy, and like, like it should not be that way, but it is because everybody dropped the ball.
Sure.
Gutfeld's a Fox channel. My friends of mine that are funny work on it, but it's a political Fox channel thing. Okay? There's no way that should be the funniest late night, but everybody dropped the ball, right? So now Gutfeld's #1. So now you're #1 dad because everybody didn't do basic dad shit are looking out for their own flesh and blood's titties.
Let's go. No, they created Instagram accounts for their newly trans children, and they said things like,
Yo, that's
so
a child
proud.
sacrifice. That's insane.
Yes. Yeah, they offered.
That's why
them up.
Mark's dumb to say that trans shit. Like the shit you had to fucking deal with. This is what gets to me, and people don't really understand why I'm even making these connections. But how can you not? You know?
Yes.
Oh, trans people don't feel safe. Yo, his daughter almost cut her tits off because it's cool at school. What are you doing? Get back to laughing at midgets on crutches like you know you are. That's funny. It's an impassioned message to my friend Mark Maron. I love Mark Maron, but I'm like, you know, I always get sad watching these comics bicker about, and it's just like they're jealous of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does seem to be pretty profitable, you know?
Well, look, Mark's promoting his hours, so I mean, good for you. But like, I'm not gonna like fake say a thing that I don't think. You know, like I'd rather just be wrong.
Sure.
And this is the other thing. I know Mark hasn't researched jack shit, and he wouldn't hear you out about your situation because none of these fucking
right now, because he's got like the chiseled in stone message that was it permeated the brains of all the almost successful.
You know what was bad about alt comedy was they were mad that they weren't the main thing, and then it became the main thing. Then they hated themselves. They're like, comedy's not. So first, when I got in, I'm an all black room. It's diverse as fuck, by the way. Comedy, okay, it always has been. Up until Comedy Central only went to Rafifi where Mulaney and Kroll had their thing, right? And then all of a sudden, why is it all white preppy? Well, that's what alt shit is, you fucking improv fairies. You didn't know that? And then all of a sudden, comedy has a diversity problem. No, you twits. No, you are a rich dipshit that took improv and you yes and everything like the cunts you are. And you got Maron doing it now. This ain't supposed to be how Maron is. He's supposed to be screaming in a stupid, tattooed fucking alt bitch's face outside a club because she's not supporting his voice on stage. That's what the Maron I know is supposed to be doing. Not pretending to ducking Me Too's for yelling at an alt bitch in the face. You don't rape nobody. He yells in their face, and good for him. You slap the tattoos off of some of these broads. You see how they got them up to their neck. That's how molested they were. Isn't that sad? You think that's a joke? Yeah, the girl's tattoos up to her neck. She got molested up to here. You know how tragic that is? At least she has her tits, though, right? At least Gen X, she just got a lot of shitty tattoos.
Yeah, man. Guys, we all love a good steak, but cooking it to the perfect temperature can be a struggle. Make life easier and pick up Chef IQ Sense. It's a sensor that makes sure your meal is cooked to perfection every time. Just enter whatever dish you're making into your Chef IQ Sense app, choose how you'd like it to be cooked, and Chef IQ's wireless technology will continuously monitor your food and predict exactly when it will be done. This means you're not wasting time watching things cook. You can kick back, relax, and wait until the app sends an alert to your smartphone. Guys, they sent me a demo unit, and I made some very thick ribeyes on the Weber Original Kettle, premium, by the way. And honestly, I'm not super choosy with my steaks. I throw them on the grill. I get a good crust. I take them off when I think I need to, but I'm paying attention to it the whole time. I got the Chef IQ Sense, and I kind of just left it there for a little bit and drank White Claws in front of my family. And oh man, my phone says the steaks are done. Came out. I'm seriously, I might post a picture of these on the steak subreddit. I'm this close to fishing for a bro. That's so money. I'm gonna ask these guys, how did I do? That's how nice it turned out. Actually, I might even send a picture of it to Dylan to throw into the ad. Maybe not though. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Look, dinner time is about to get way easier. This is the world's smartest, most simple to use wireless cooking sensor, and the best news is they just announced a flash sale. You need to jump on this. Summer grilling season is here, and Chef IQ Sense makes you a grill master. Get 15% off when you visit chefiq.com and enter promo code TBS. Again, that's Chef IQ, as in intelligence quotient, which some people say is like not a real metric for actual cognitive ability, but I think that's because like when you get into it, it kind of like upsets like different groups of people. I forget which ones, but like some people are not super pumped about it. But I don't know. Who's to say? I'm not a scientist. .com and enter promo code TBS. Again, that's chefiq.com, promo code TBS. Thanks, Chef IQ. And now back to the program.
Anyway, Tim Butterly's a hero.
My point. Okay, but now here's where I need you.
Yeah.
Because obviously the world is ending. Everything's crumbling around us. It's the veil is
find white or black Jesus, whichever you like, as long as it's not Korean, you're fine. If it's Korean Jesus, you're fucked.
I need a message for the youth.
Well, maybe have some self-worth outside validation. Has anyone tried that? Maybe have the idea that you're worth something outside of the hive mind validating you every 5 seconds. I don't think that's a complicated thing, but for some reason, everybody believes that consensus is their God.
And this is, first of all, every parent has struggled with this. Every generation of parent has struggled with this. That's not a new thing.
I'm really grateful I went to a doomsday cult as a kid, man. I'm so grateful for that. I never saluted the flag once. I'm so proud of that. You can't
You've never in your life saluted a flag.
No, and you don't have to because Jehovah Witnesses had to go to the Supreme Court to not take a blood oath to an occult symbol.
You ever been to a baseball game?
Why would I want to go to that?
No one wants to go to a baseball game, but you go to one and then you go, all right, well, I can eat some hot dogs and
that is very profound what you just fucking said.
Nobody
wants to go to a baseball game.
But you end up there.
Yo, dude, that is... You just said it all, dude. You just said it all.
You've had 3 very expensive giant beers, and then they start doing like anthem stuff. And
and then
it feels pretty good to take the hat off and put it over your heart.
Oh, it sure does. It's a mass mind control ritual. That's how they work. They used to do that in Egypt. In fact, they used to do baseball in Egypt. That's why the Spalding, who made the balls, took the baseball team on a world tour to popularize baseball in England, India, China, all the places that don't give a shit about baseball. So I don't know what that was about, but the main thing they did was go to Egypt and play a good spirited game of baseball with pyramids as bases on the day of the spring equinox, which is when we play baseball, the first day of spring. Right. And then you watch these fucking these cattle run a Freemason compass pattern, a Jay-Z triangle of manifestation, because some demented occultist fucking steampunk factory did sigil magic. And you don't want to go, but you got to go. Of course it's boring. It's to put your brain in that liminal state. And then where they do fly jets over your head and you do dark blood oaths to Baal, the master of this country. To Amaru, the plumed serpent that rules this land.
Yeah, man.
Like a fucking jerk off.
You got a pretty good buzz going.
It's a miracle your daughter has tits. It's a fucking miracle of God.
But... you can't break it down for them like this.
I don't give a shit. No, you listen. I'm not holding your hands through the 5 stages of grief because I told you the truth. I'm just going to blurt it in your fucking face. See, I don't have kids. So you got nothing on me, officer. You got that?
I'm coming to you as an acquaintance.
I don't mean you.
And I'm asking for your help specifically.
Dude, I will go out of my way.
Because you see things like kind of like pretty clearly. And it's like,
you know what's funny?
It's impossible to reconcile my job that I have to do every day.
What's your job?
I have to guide these children.
Yeah.
And I can't escape this for even a moment.
So the best thing you could do for your kids is make them think they don't have to knuckle under to shit, right? Like my girl's dad.
Step one, for
my
sure.
girl's dad is a pilot, and she didn't take the fucking vaccine. I did. I got two what's the one? Not the fucking
not
white,
Johnson & Johnson.
Not the white trash one.
That's what I got.
The big one, the big name. That's not Moderna.
Pfizer.
I got the Pfizer.
That's the most cucked one too. Johnson & Johnson was kind of extreme. Johnson &
dude,
Johnson was there was a little bit of jackass in doing J&J.
I don't know if you know what negative efficacy is, but it's a term that they invented for flu shots when they did the studies on the efficacy of flu shots. And so basically, if you get a flu shot, and a bunch of my friends in New York get them, a bunch of my hypochondriac, neurotic, Woody Allen brain, fucking Lexapro friends go and get flu shots. Like fucking imbeciles. And flu shots, if you get one, you will get more. Not only will you get the flu more, you will get a thing where you think you don't have the flu, but you have all the symptoms of the flu.
Right.
And that's called the term that they made up is negative efficacy, meaning if you didn't get the fucking shot, it would be way better for you. So try explaining that I'm going to try explaining that to Maron on my podcast if he comes on. And I want to see his face while I explain it and watch him do a classic Billy Burr Boston dismissal of me.
Oh, yeah. He's going to wave his hands. He's going to go. He's not going to absorb any of it.
By the way, Billy Burr, great job on Israel Talk with Bill Maher. Okay?
What did he say?
He just told Bill Maher to shut his fucking midget yap, and Bill was right. But not with COVID, he ain't right. And not with the Elon is Sig Heiling. Remember they're like, oh, is it a Sig Heil? Is that really? And you're going to look down on a conspiracy theorist, but you're going to sit there and analyze a fucking smartard's wave to see if it was a secret Sig Heil. Meanwhile, every fucking retard in Hollywood put a Ukraine flag on their Twitter. Actual Nazis, you fucking... Not the ones that don't want to cut their daughter's tits off, but classic from World War II Nazis. That's what Ukraine is full of. But your president's a Jew. You don't know what a beard is? And you live in Hollywood? And you never heard of a beard? I can't believe this stupid shit. And they go... Dude, fucking Tony Hinchcliffe tested me. I'm going to air this grievance on the Butterly program. I'm telling Rogan about John Lilly, this fucking freak, because Rogan knows about his Dolphin house.
Oh, yeah. The LSD Dolphin experiment. Is that the one? Yeah. That's fun.
I know. Anyway, I know way more shit about John Lilly because many of his victims have come forward.
Did his wife fuck one of the dolphins?
I don't know, probably. I don't know about
I think there was a sexual relationship with one of the dolphins.
No, it was the dolphin. He had a name. His name was Peter the Dolphin.
Sorry.
His name was Peter. And he lived with a co-ed in a house. And
did they flood the house?
They flooded the house. And
sounds like a video game level. I've always been curious about the John C.
There's only one way off this level, and that's jerking off at Dolphin every day. It was paid for by
no-fap.
No, you have to. The Dolphin was more cooperative with the experiments when you give him a good handy. And John Lilly would be there all fucking tripping his balls, jerking off. And what was the experiment for, you ask? To try to teach a dolphin to speak English.
Right, yeah, we were trying to communicate with them.
Well, I know I don't speak better English when I get a hand job. I can tell you that.
I can do anything
I
better.
make dolphin sounds.
I could be motivated by HJs.
While I get my hand job. I go, Anyway, that's the least of John Lilly's issues. But anyway, I'm telling Joe about this story. And Tony goes, oh, what do you know? Well, I go, well, what have I been wrong about, Tony? Name the thing I said that I turned out to be wrong. Go ahead. And he went, what have you been right about? Touche, Tony. Wow.
He wants receipts. That's natural.
I didn't know I was talking to the premier ringleader of the handicap circus, who not only has mastered the art of telling retards they're not good at it, except for the guy that does Dice Clay and the guy that does Mitch Hedberg. I don't know if you did. Why don't you tell him to get the fuck out immediately? Anyway, why would I not know Tony Baloney? Anyway, but I love Tony Hinchcliffe. I think he's a world-class joke writer, and I just makes me sad to watch people be fucking bitches inside. I just want everybody not to be a fucking little girl unless they are a little girl. Is that so wrong?
There's an 8-year-old girl inside all of us, a great man once said.
I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about because I have never felt like I had an 8-year-old girl inside me. Okay? But maybe that's because there's only a 12-year-old boy inside me. It's a lot to think about.
Fuck up. Okay.
I can't believe you managed to keep your daughter's tits on with those glasses, too. That's another achievement.
Excuse me. Come on. This is a disability.
Talk about the glasses of a guy that would listen to a 5-year-old say what gender they are like it's real. What's that, honey? Oh. You're a teddy bear kid. You're a Pikachu kid? Well, that's your choice to make, and I'm not in charge of you just because I'm your parent. Do you know these fucking retard parents? They're worse than a Satanist.
Met them in person.
Like a friend parent? Is there anything more getting your kids raped on this planet, besides being devout Catholic, than a friend parent who's like cool.
Oh yeah, no, well, it's more than a friend parent. It's like, yeah, I'm your advocate. I'm your, like, it's his brave voice or her brave voice, and I need to get out of the way.
It's such a warped, like, momager kind of thing, you know? You know when they call what's her name, a momager?
What's a mom? Oh, like a manager mom?
It's, well, traditionally it'd be called a madam at a whorehouse would be called a momager, but
geez.
they had to make a new word because they can't say that. What's her name? Chris. What's the
Kardashians' mom, Jenner?
Yeah, Kris Jenner. She's a fucking whoremonger of her kids, but you know. And by the way, that's just like a light joke, you know.
Yeah.
Rob's the worst Kardashian because he only made socks as a product. The mother has their asses out in the street. And like, oh, Rob's fat and he only came up with socks. What a loser. He just want to live a normal life and not be whored by his Armenian whoremonger mother? Who probably is into some dark shit.
Well, okay. So you had me read the Kathy O'Brien book.
You read the whole.
Still all wraps back into the same central point of this entire conversation. You had me read the Kathy O'Brien book, Transformation.
You listened to all of it.
Yeah. I got through just about the entire thing.
Did you hear about Mount Shasta?
Was that
Lee Greenwood?
Was that also
when Clinton only fucks dudes?
Clinton fucks dudes. Hillary Clinton.
She had to eat Hillary's box right out of the pants.
Hillary said, "Oh, eat me now," was a direct quote. She said, eat me now," and then she.
Well, that's a command. That's a sex slave. You know, look, very rich people.
I thought she was being direct.
Yeah,
and I like
a lot of people take it as her being an ambitious woman, but no, it's neuro-linguistic programming and these government sex slaves. You know, they talk about how Epstein, it was like a blackmail operation.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how much it was really. I'm sure with some people, with like physics nerds, you know, part of the thing Trump has to protect, besides the holy sacred state of Israel, because we don't want them to unleash the Samson option if it goes bad. You know what the Samson option is, right?
I figured it was nuclear.
Yeah, they release all their nukes and blow up the fucking world like how they say Iran would do.
Right.
But no, Israel would do it. Is that weird?
It is nuts.
Oh, well, also they don't have nukes, they say. Okay.
Oh, that's new.
Not just that, but also all the tech freaks that Trump's surrounded with. So Larry Ellison, remember TikTok, which is probably the thing that was trying to like fucking shame the tits off your eldest daughter.
That's for sure.
And they go, China's getting the data.
Yeah, they're getting our
no, China wasn't getting the data from TikTok. It was Larry Ellison getting the data. He's the guy that gets the data. Larry Ellison. Have you seen that freak?
What's he from?
He invented Oracle. Well, he was a CIA guy who then came up with Oracle, which I don't think anybody knows what it does. And he's the guy in all the videos who... I mean, he's got so much plastic surgery, he looks Korean now almost, and he goes, "Oh, well, everyone's going to be on their best behavior because they'll be on camera all day."
Right, so he's Palantir.
They're
going to implement social credit.
Palantir is Peter Thiel and the other guy. Peter Thiel, somebody casually said to me, is like a Templar or some fucking gay shit. A fucking Templar. You were such an asshole if you're involved in a fucking...
Wait, hold on. Go back to Kathy Bryan for a second. Have you looked up there's apparently a video of her showing off her vagina, which they carved a demonic face
Yeah, I've never
into.
looked it up because I believe her story and I don't want to see somebody... I don't want to see
That's
that.
where I'm at, but I also still kind of want to see the face that they carved into her vagina that Hillary Clinton would make her prolapse out.
Dude, just imagine people that were getting the best cocaine in the world...
Right.
And that's in the book. They had atomizers for the cocaine. So when all the Illuminati is at the end of the day is a frat. That's all it is. A fraternal order. All the Freemasons are. The Shriners. You ever see the Shriners?
Yes.
What do you think the Shriners are?
A brotherhood.
Okay, but what does that mean?
They organize beef and beers for like firefighters who get injured and they're
what a bunch of good fucking guys.
Yeah, they do softball games.
Yeah, you know the Hells Angels do Toys for Tots. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know the Outlaw Motorcycle Gang does. They go to the fucking retard kids and give them Nintendos. I guess it's just a good group. There you go. You know what they do? Wow. Yeah, no, the Shriners are like the party wing of the Freemasons. Like, you're not supposed to drink there in Freemasonry, so you have to go to the Shriners. and if anybody's a member and I'm mangling the really gay, bizarre, occultic thing you're in, please suck my dick. You fucking nothing. You're in a gay wizard school and you're going to be like, don't talk about... You're in a Scientology, but worse than Scientology is what the shit is at the end of the day. Scientology is based on...
Scientology without all the, prestige.
No, it's deeper than that. Scientology is... Just look, if you're in one of these wizard schools like the Golden Dawn or the OTO or a Rosicrucian there's always a chump levels and then the filthy few, as you would say in Hell's Angels. At the top of it, it's always and anything where you don't get to know what you believe until you've paid money and did a weird ceremony. You should be, I would think, suspicious of. Like Scientology.
That's the nature of faith, Kurt.
No. Let me say this for Jesus-anity. Let me say this for that. You know what the fuck you believe in up front when they tell you about that. It's not a secret teaching that you don't get to know.
But there's definitely a splash of you can't really know, and that's where the beauty of
Where are you getting
lies.
that from?
I don't know. They told it to me every day for
Where?
8 years.
At what?
Catholic school.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I was talking about Christianity and not baloney dick Mary worship, you fucking peasant. I'm sorry. No, I'm not Christian. That's why I talk like that. Okay? I don't think I'm a Christian.
Hey, what the hell, man? That's my faith. That's
your family
central to my spirit.
Are a kind of cattle being fed on by a Luciferian lizard order. Okay? You're as dippy as a Mormon. No. I can't believe you're... It's like...
What are you talking about?
It's like if you thought Chef Boyardee was good pasta. That's what Catholicism is. I couldn't respect you less. I mean, some of my best friends are in that filthy relate. Why does the Pope wear a yarmulke? Anyone?
Does he? I thought it was a big tall.
No, that's a special occasion hat. His normal hat's a fucking yarmulke. Anyone? How come that don't come up when Nick Fuentes and the Tradcath boys talk about the tiny hats? Mm-hmm. Your fucking Pope wears a yarmulke, wears a kippah. Why don't you bring that up about your disgusting fucking guy that wears a dress and he's a wizard of some kind? And he definitely fucks boys. You think there's been a single Pope?
We need him. He talks directly to God. What the hell? He's important.
The point of Christianity, okay, I want to point this out to people, and I'm saying this as you can see from my speech and behavior patterns, I would hardly be called a Christian, okay? But one thing I always liked about it... But you can
still be saved.
You could be a lizard person and be saved. It's fucking... frankly, it's gross.
No, you have to be a human. Only humans can be saved. They told me they can't, specifically can't save my pets.
Until I have proof that Christ is not Korean for sure, I'm not in. Dude, let me join a thing and find out that you're going to bring a goddamn Korean Jesus in front of my fucking face, in front of my shining countenance. No, I won't. Anyway, I forgot why we got on this topic, if I'm being honest.
The wider point here is there are people like me consuming this right now. They're trying to kill their workday by hanging out with us.
Oh yeah.
We have responsibilities we can't escape. We have people we have to guide.
Do you know the Washington Monument, right?
I'm familiar.
The big obelisk.
Yes. Oh yes, that one.
Okay. And you're like, it looks like a dick. What is it, a dick? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think there's a picture of me with my family on the mall, and I'm laying on the ground with it sticking.
Yeah. I took that same picture. And you know what I did? I said, take that, black people. This country's founded on white dick. Biggest obelisk in the world. You know what that means. So that's why things are how they are. You know?
Yeah.
So
we can't. I
think they made black slaves build Washington's big white cock.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, if you actually research what the obelisk is, and it's interesting to look into it.
Freemason stuff.
It's a cock.
Right.
If you actually take the time to do the research, it goes right back to the thing you said as a joke in the beginning.
What did I say was a joke?
No, I just mean in general.
Oh, everybody.
It looks like a dick. And
right.
you research oh, wait, it is a dick.
Right.
Why did I have to read all this shit to come to the conclusion I already came to?
It's the horseshoe. It's the grand horseshoe that we're all following.
Yeah, so that's what all these things are. Anything, look, the Vatican has a secret vault of, it's all, I don't know what's in it. People will tell you all kinds of wacky shit.
Jesuit secrets, basically.
I don't know. It's a secret library. You got to have credentials, and for some reason, the CIA's involved. Like some kind of real valuable. And when the UFO little titty peeks they do every so often, when you ask about Epstein too much, right? They bring out that Danny Sheehan, the Jesuit lawyer with the curly hair. He's got curly white angel hair. Danny Sheehan, and he is a Jesuit lawyer. And there's no way that Danny Sheehan, with that grabbable head of curly boy hair, grew up around Jesuits and did not get the Jesuit treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I would never trust a fucking Jesuit. Are you fucking crazy? And I would never trust a fucking CIA motherfucker. Is everyone stupid?
But that's my point. Okay, so you
Well, I
reveal
guess
all
I
this.
am a boy. I will cut my tits off. That's why I look like this now.
What's the we need a prescription.
Stop being a cunt. Well, look, dude, you did your job. You did a man's work.
I'm not done, dude. There's so much left to do, and I have two younger.
Paying for college, I'd say, here's a gun, $200. I could be a millionaire tomorrow with this fucking money and gun. Go out and do what you do.
Now, these are practical solutions, though. I'm talking about the.
You ever hold a gun? You feel so much more powerful than other people.
Actually, I got really scared when it went off the first time.
Some hobo jumped my fucking fence, and Jenna was like, "Get the gun." He got out before I could get him, before I could bag a hobo.
Does it stand your ground here,
dude? It's fucking. You could carry a sword. Do you understand that? I could walk around Texas with a sword.
Are nunchucks legal? Can we do Ninja Turtles in Texas?
You know what? I don't know.
Probably legal.
I don't know if nunchucks are legal because I think. Are you sure? You looked up nunchuck law. Oh, tell your daughter to go into nunchuck law. That's probably very profitable here. Now that you moved her to this fucking.
So I tell them that the government's fake, and I tell them.
Yeah, I grew up with thinking that because I was a Jehovah. And so here's a good thing about Jehovah's, because sometimes I'll say they're a cult. And when I say cult, I don't mean what other people think, which is like not regular.
Right. No,
okay, when I say cult, I mean you actually have to do the religion.
Right. Just making sure we're good.
Right. You know, like Catholic, I always used to envy a little bit. Because
I would too. Jehovah's Witnesses look like it sucked. I had a buddy, one of my best friends in high school was Jehovah's Witness, and it just looked like hell.
Aspects. Well, no, hell is when I talk to the kids that had cool parents that let them, and they've all been raped.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So no, it actually the things I would hear.
You guys didn't have birthday parties. I mean, I didn't either.
No, I didn't. Oh, I missed that on the institutionalized narcissism that the rest of you fucking pigs enjoy. Fuck you. I'm sorry. Do you have that data?
In 2019, they legalized all martial art weapons, which means throwing stars, nunchucks.
Yo, let me tell you. Okay.
Let's go.
You know, I'll say
You're in
this.
here with me.
Yo, that's what I say to these fucking fentanyl hobos by me. Yeah. I don't live with you. You live with me. Dude, I've said so many.
I'm going to carry a bow staff.
Dude, do you know the crazy shit I've said to people since I moved here that I've never said to, and I've said all kinds of crazy things.
I've heard a lot of it directed
I tell
at me.
everybody about it. I'll tell them my name. I go, my name's Kurt. This is a mean house where bad people live. I just don't want them to come. I don't want to shoot them in the face. But I tell them I will.
Right.
You know? Fair dinkum, they call that in Australia. Okay? Shout out to Lucy Lawless titties.
Yes.
Did you think of Lucy Lawless's... You should have showed her Xena Warrior Princess, you know, and be like, you see, honey, you can keep your titties and be a... You want a chakram? You want to learn...
You want a dyke sidekick who's like, what are we?
And your sidekick's a doink.
Okay, so I want to create programming for children. No, I'm not even saying like television or web content. I'm saying I want to create, let's say, almost curriculum where you let them know about the lizard people in a way where they can still experience childhood.
I mean, it sounds like a very childhood thing. I think I learned about lizard people as a child first, based on that movie we had when I was a kid, Jewish Space Lasers?
Star Wars.
Yeah. In Jewish Space Lasers, we learned that was a thing. In the film, and in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but I absorbed all that shit as a kid too. But then my parents were like, "The world is real. Everything's real."
Okay, well, I
And
don't
that
know
was
what
like-
okay, but if you're Catholic, then number one, your religion is like kind of a loose wizard school for you. So, all the good lore, all the good like 40K lore is coming out of Catholics.
Oh, yeah.
Let's face those facts.
Oh yeah.
Now, I know a lot of Eastern Orthodox or Dracula Catholics, as I call you, are going to disagree with me on this one because they got a lot of more icons. You know what? I got to get that Jonathan Pagu on my show. Or Paja, I don't know how you say his name.
What's he do?
He's like Romanian and he's some Orthodox Christian, and but he talks about iconography. On Jenna's art podcast, she was talking about iconoclasm, which is when the split between the Orthodox and the Romans happened because there was a fight over icons.
We went over this in like 6th grade. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, and what's interesting is essentially what they're fighting about is the programming. It's the same as fighting over like if it's like a strong woman hero in the Marvel movie. People are fighting over the indoctrination slop, what subliminal Twilight language programming will you put in it. So, for example, Sesame Street's going away, or it's not going away because it's not paid for by some weird funding thing where they're like, oh, they're getting rid of Sesame
Someone else
Street.
picked it up.
It's always been funded by some fucking, I don't know.
Pervert.
I was going to say a Jew. So that's not cool.
6-1.
Listen, Israel's
6 million to one, half of a.
I don't know.
dozen
Let
million
me
over
tell you
the other.
something. I get a lot of anti-Semitic comments in
Makes
my
me
door.
sick.
Okay. Now, as far as I know, my mother is Italian and Slovenian. Okay, but I haven't been able to verify. Maybe while I was being born, she was bitten by a Jew. I haven't been able to look into it. So, but people will say, because I don't give a shit about any dumb comments at me. I really don't. Like, I don't want to be swatted.
Yeah, you're right.
But you can say whatever to me. I don't give a shit. But it's bizarre to me when people say anti-Semitic things like an insult, like, you're a Jew. Oh, fuck you. Like, I know it's some suppressed homo Catholic every time. I don't know why. I don't know why
Catholics
that is.
are back in a big way right now. Catholics and Christ is King guys are on the fucking
Okay,
uprise.
look, if Christ is king, then you don't get any other kings. Okay, assholes. So let me tell you something. Another Christ thing that I admire about Christ. It's not about tradition. So if you're trad, I'm trad.
Cath, right.
That's not Christian. You fucking more. Did you even read your thing? Oh, I bet you didn't. Of course you didn't. You're Catholic. Why would you read the book that your thing's based on? You fucking genius.
We had to memorize all of the books of the Bible by name, but we didn't actually get into reading very much.
What does that do for you?
We did a little bit of Genesis, not a ton.
But when Phil Collins left,
They kept
or
telling
not Phil Collins, Genesis before Peter Gabriel went solo,
Yeah.
because Genesis was pretty good back in the day before
no
Peter
shit.
Gabriel left.
They didn't let us do Revelation. They would go, not right now. They did
But
that
you know
for
not
all
to
8
say
years.
Revelations.
I
You
guess so.
actually pronounced it correctly, so that's actually a mark of a good Jesuit education.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Judges.
Yeah, I can't quote any chapter or verse probably,
Yeah.
but the thing you're supposed to take out of the stories is
There's 2 Ruth books in the Bible, I think. Do you know that?
yeah, Ruth's and Ruth's Chris. Yeah, I'm an expert. Yeah, I did know that, Tim. Okay, I do my own research.
I feel like a fool.
Don't. I can't think of a single American veteran that's done a better job than what you did. You know, we lost all those wars in Iraq and shit. We lost really badly, but your daughter has her titties. So that's what a hero looks
Dude,
like.
you got me so fired up on it. I feel so
Dude,
proud.
I mean, I'm joking, but I'm not joking. You get that, right? I'm not joking, even though I'm making a joke of it.
It's not something.
Do you think you live in a normal world that this hero, Tim Butterly, managed to keep his daughter from fucking mutating like a ninja turtle?
It's not something I love talking about.
But I'm
because
supposed to
she was so
worship a
young.
motherfucker that went to Iraq and kicked in someone's door that he had no business being in their fucking house. But not this hero that kept his daughter's tits on her chest. I never saluted the flag.
It was so hard.
I'm not
She
doing
was
a
so young.
blood
I don't
oath
want people
to
to
the
judge
devil.
her. I don't want people to judge her, by the way. I don't want anyone to judge her. She was young. She was
She's a child. That's what a parent says about a child. It's not her responsibility. It's yours. You're the parent.
Mine.
So Tim did his job, and he did it wearing them glasses. Look at those glasses.
I can't see.
You think, Maron, if you had kids, you'd tell me they'd have all their original tits and dicks? Answer me that, bro. Mark Maron, if you had kids, before you talk about Tony, would your kids have their original dicks and balls and tits? Because I bet they wouldn't. And I think you should think about that before you talk to the hero Tim Butterly about being in the Rogan sphere.
I feel like a war reporter for the Rogan sphere, by the way.
I know a lot of people say they feel war trauma after I talk to them. A lot of people feel like it's a lot at once.
This is my favorite, man. This is the best.
Well, but it is crazy, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know. What am I supposed to not make jokes? That's the craziest thing in the world that you had to. First of all, congratulations. That's more important than a kid going to college, that they don't chop their dick off before they get out of high school.
Well, I think it was a pretty common thing. I think a lot of
I know it's common. That's why it's crazy that
everyone raising a child at the same time as me if they didn't experience it directly, they were like adjacent to it. And that's the only reason I share
judge
this
people.
stuff.
Look, if you let your kids fucking be sexually mutilated before puberty, do you know why they want to trans kids before puberty? Do you know why? Because they always punk out of why. I would ask Mark this because Adam ruins everything. That fat fucking punk. He's got great hair. That's his thing. This guy really thinks having good hair is being an intellectual. He genuinely,
it's so close to your brain.
in his fucking fat heart, in his fat lesbian heart, he believes. Okay, I mean, he really looks like a genderqueer lesbian. That guy. His hair is great, but I watch, and this is why I knew Rogan was a great interviewer, dude. This is why I knew he was very good because. They all think he's dumb. They all think he's a dumb jock, and because of their own insecurities about their fat, blobby bodies. Maron fucks. I don't even know why he's insecure about Rogan, but some people don't like jocks, okay? And Rogan, all he did was Socratic method, the thing these fucking Twinkies go to fucking queef school to learn. And he goes, well, why under 5 can't you just dress them like a girl then? Why would they need to take hormones? And the reason jocks know more about this is because we've experimented with hormones on people for many years. They're called bodybuilders and jocks and football players. And you know what happens? When you combine the hormones with the CTE, they get all gay and murdery. Right? They get gayer and killier. Aaron Hernandez, gradually. He just got killier and gayer. Yeah. Right? So we've experimented on humans. Oh, also in the concentration camps, of course, they experimented on kids. Yeah. So now you got fucking progressive, fucking atheist, liberal, who fucking are doing concentration camp shit to their kids. You fucking imbecile. I think Elon did a Sig Heil. Oh, wow. You're a real Dora the Explorer fan that can pick out, no, this is the bad one. Oh, I'm so impressed. Now, by the way, Bill, good work on Israel. Good work. Very poor work on COVID.
Oh, yeah. Why did they trans the kids before puberty? Thank you, Jenna. Also, check out the Bad Art podcast.
I'll tell you why, dude. Because it's your best shot of being hot. You didn't know that? Here's the politics of trans that Mark don't even fucking know about. But Jim Norton knows about all too well. Jim Norton, who will joke about anything, is married to a trans woman, and he's not saying that stupid shit that Mark said. Because Mark doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's not going to look into it. But here's how perverse it is. The reason you got to trans your kids at 5 is so they can be as hot as possible as the thing they are not. Why am I like Bill Maher now? Because that's not what they are. Okay. I like black hookers. I like black trans hookers. I complain to them about pronouns. Well, they fuck me in the ass. Okay. So don't tell me I'm phobic. Black trans hookers go up my ass all the time because I'm very rich and bored. Okay. That's a rumor I heard about him. Oh, anyway.
Oh my God.
So that's how warped it is. So you see the thing, oh, my kids got to transition at 5 so they could be as hot as possible of a girl. Okay, back in the day, nobody trans got bottom surgery because I had friends do this growing up. I don't know why. Maybe because I gave them sissy hypno every day. Anyway. I would go, so when you'd hear the jokes about, what are you going to chop your dick off? I always found that to be an ignorant joke because the people I knew said, no, we don't do that. Kind of like if you know any gay people, and like, we don't all fuck in the ass.
Do transvestites still exist? Or are those gone?
Well, you're going to have to ask RuPaul. And I think out of costume, you have to ask, when she's just Paul, a guy with really thin eyebrows.
When she's off the clock.
When Paul, you can't get him when he's RuPaul. You got to get him when he's Paul. And he's had some run-ins. Because, yeah, drag queens and trans are a different thing. What is this weird thing that has swept up the gay world with nonsense? And gay guys, gay guys my age, who were always the coolest gay guys, by the way, who like Joan Rivers, and not Hannah Gadsby, because they want to fuck young Twinkies, they'll fake that they're in on this dumb shit. Especially in Hollywood. If you're a gay guy in Hollywood and you got a young Asian boyfriend who's spouting at you that you're a white privilege, it is your fault, motherfucker. Okay? Because straight guys, we were always weak. We like smelly pussy. Okay? We don't... Look, I've read The Secrets. Okay? I've been to the archives, so to speak. I'm initiated. I get what it is. The Secret. You know what it is?
No.
The 33rd degree secret. What you learn at the top of the fucking thing.
Do you really know it?
Yeah. Would you like to hear it?
Is it safe to transmit?
A hole's a hole. Oh, I'm Manly P. Hall. Where's my honorary degree? It's a joke, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. A hole's a hole. You see, I need to recharge my iPhone, and I just got to plug it in anywhere that'll charge that phone up. Not about anything gay. It's about my power. Because I'm a fucking black hole of ambition. Do you understand that, Tim?
Then why do you need to transition?
And I need to dominate every man I meet. Okay, I need to have my only son, King. Well, I have a few sons. One I stole from Albie Shore, and my son, King Combs, who I gave 40 acres to on the Mexican border on his 18th birthday. Do you know that?
Yes, I was very generous of Sean.
Because I have a mule. I bring people and drugs. Get it? 40 acres and a mule. Right. To my son, who I named King. Because I'm that much of a fucking homo that I have to have my own son. My sons hold down Justin Bieber. Okay? Yeah, and just take turns opening, doing feature acts until Michelle Obama headlines with her fucking fat cock. Okay? Then LeBron James comes out of nowhere, dunks on that thing. That's what I have to do because it's about power. It's about plugging in my phone and drawing power out of your fucking asshole like it's a socket. Because you're a father that kept his daughter's tits on. You're a man. And I need to suck that manhood out of you through sexual vampirism. So I know that I'm the best. You know? And I have to.
It's got to be your
drink
hand.
your kid's bones.
It's your hand on the base of the baseball bat at the top.
I have the knowledge of the absolute.
The Anunnaki.
You're just a goy to me. And it's not because I'm Jewish. It's because for some reason, all these whack job cults think they're the Jews. All of them. King Charles traces his lineage back to Dracula, King David of Israel, and Muhammad. Did you know that? That sausage finger king with his trafy fingers of fucking haram meat.
Pure blood.
With his fat sausage fingers, he's a descendant of Muhammad. Now, personally, I don't think he is. I think it's a lie from a narco-terror state to tell their conquered people that they're their gods the way they would do in Egypt.
Right.
That's what all this stupid shit is. So all that look, all of the things where it's like secret knowledge, and dude, just watch podcasts about UFOs. I'm gonna get everybody on mine on Derper Kerp because there's some people that are like really good, dude, that are like all about cutting the shit. You know, that's why I consider you know, if you are in the cult world, you probably, it was foretold of me that the pincher of the loaf would be coming. And now I'm here to pinch the loaf.
So how do we package this for children? That's the big question.
These secrets are too awesome for children. First, you pay me about $1,000 to initiate you. Then you're going to take a very serious oath about if I ever tell the secrets, may my daughter's tits fall off and she becomes a weird, like Magic Johnson's kid who looks like if AIDS was a god.
It was a sales pyramid the entire time.
Like, how did Magic Johnson survive AIDS? He made a deal with Lucifer. Hello.
You believe AIDS is real?
Well, once I saw Magic Johnson's son, E.J. Johnson, I did, yes. He is literally AIDS. So they said, Magic, you want to live? You will live, but your son will be the living god of AIDS. And go look, give it a goog. If you think I'm making it up, if you think a pincher of the loaf is lying, go look up Magic Johnson's son. You tell me that is not the incarnate avatar of AIDS on this earth. And that's why Magic has a long life. Wow, I dropped a lot of wisdom today. Very hungry now. You want to go to that Italian place?
Kurt? I can't thank you enough for gracing us.
I can't thank you enough for not letting your daughter. Listen, I know that this is. Look, I'm being very stupid, and this was a 4-claw show, so that's like pretty bad. Don't worry, Jenna's judging me for that because I had 4 claws.
Get off his dick.
She cheated on me with an orb back in the day. A fucking plasma orb, you fucking bitch. Do you know Jenna has a real story of an orb?
No, what is it? Real?
Dude, she said it to me so
it real?
casually. Yeah, it's real.
Is this real?
Yes. Did you fuck him?
Do we have time for the orb right now?
Yeah, tell him about your boyfriend.
Can you tell him about the orb?
You fucking whore. Lex Friedman really enjoyed this story when I told him.
Wait, Jenna, come over here. Please tell me about the orb.
I don't have makeup on.
I don't have makeup. I can't talk about fucking an orb.
I don't like telling the orb story.
All right.
He really makes a big deal about this. It's a weird scenario. My parents lived at this house. It was a normal suburban house. And it kept having like weird things, like supernatural weird things happening at it. And I don't know. It was like a strange situation. I woke up in the middle of the night. I had already had a couple of like odd things happen. Like there was a dresser that would just creak and make noise as if you were opening and closing the doors all the time, but no one would be anywhere near
Very
it.
spooky.
By the way, we still own the dresser. Makes no noise. It only at this house made that noise.
So it's not the dresser. You've troubleshot it.
Yes, I've lived in... Okay, so I let my mom have it for a little while, then I took it back. I've lived in 3 different houses with it since then. No issues. But
and you've been keeping an eye on it.
Been keeping an eye on it. It has made no noises. It's next to our bed. It makes no noises. But at this house, it would creak randomly throughout the day. It would just start sounding like someone was like trying to open the door in it. So weird things started happening. There was another time. I have to explain all of this to make the orb make sense.
I'm here for it.
Another time I was asleep on... I think Kurt just broke the bathroom.
It's all right. Matt's got the money. Don't worry about it.
I mean, no one on here can probably hear that, but that was crazy. Shut up, Kurt. Did you break the door?
No. Can I tell you what happened before you talk about your sex story with an orb? McCusker's toilet lid is very heavy, so when I put it down, to be polite for you, it slams hard, dude. It's not broken, but I mean, you should get that looked at because that's crazy.
He breaks everything. He broke our last house's bathroom as well. Anyways, a bunch of weird shit kept happening. This was the second. Another thing was I was asleep on the sofa, and randomly something like, hold this. As I was asleep on the sofa, something like pushed down and did that.
I feel like a cuck holding this mic while you say that.
Anyways, it like pushed down and
felt
like
something crawl across the bed.
Like walking, like as if someone was standing walking on the side. And it, like that freaked me out. So I wasn't asleep, I was awake, but it was like I was going to go to sleep on it, you know?
Can I ask the most important question here that everybody's probably... What race was the orb?
Anyways, so then the next time I went down to see my parents was like, I don't know, a month or so later. And I was asleep in bed and I woke up and there was an orb, like, the only way to describe this is like manifesting. Like it kind of came, the door was shut. So it's not coming through the door, but it was coming from the direction of the door to the bedroom. And it was glowing and it got bigger as it came over my body, and it wasn't it wasn't completely centered. It was slightly to this side, and it moved up until it got like right over my hip on this side, and it wasn't touching me. It's like floating.
And it's going slow. Now internally, where are you mentally as the orb is slow?
Well, it woke me up, so I'm trying to figure out like what's going on.
But you're not turned on or anything.
No, I would say scared, scared, not turned on. You fucking freaks. Scared. I could feel a pressure of it, but it wasn't touching me. It was like floating, and it got bigger and more distinct and brighter as it got closer to me. Like it was getting bigger. But the other weird thing about it is it didn't have hard formed edges, but it was a perfect sphere of like glittery, what looked like liquid. And it was like moving.
Okay.
And so it was almost like, the only way I could describe this is like it had its own like gravity that was pulling it into a tight spherical shape. Okay, wait. Now I'm getting off the podcast. Sorry.
Okay. So my buddy Ashton Forbes, who talks about the Malaysian plane that disappeared. Remember when Don Lemon goes, did it go in a black hole? And everybody's like, shut up, Don Lemon. Well, Don Lemon might be right, because Ashton, who knows that, I love this dude, Ashton Forbes. I like him. And anyway, that's, if you had a plasma that you were trying to keep coherent, a plasma is the, fourth state of matter. Did you learn that in school?
Yes, I know about plasma.
Well, we didn't really learn about it like that. We learned about liquid, solid, gas, right? But plasma is that should be like right there with it, but it's not.
Well, it just doesn't happen as much. You don't see as much of it.
Right. And I think that's because that's probably a lot of classified physics. There's a thing called the patent, like the top secret patent law. Basically, during the Cold War, they made a law that if you invented something like, let's say a car that runs on water, whatever the fuck, they can come in and take your patent away like you live in China.
Like eminent domain.
And you're not allowed to tell anybody about it. There's an NDA built in. There's at least 6,000 patents that the government has come in and done that too. And that's just public record. It's not a conspiracy, you fucking cattle that say that.
They're on your side. These people like this stuff.
I don't know who I'm talking to. Can I tell you something? I'm probably talking to Mark Maron. But that's just not a conspiracy. That's basic laws. And it's happened. Why would that happen? Anyway, the plasma, to keep it stable, that's electromagnetic pressure put. So the way anyway, she's describing this to me a long time ago, casually, by the way. And I go, what the fuck? She's like, oh yeah, like she kind of forgot about it.
This woman stuff.
You know how crazy that is? Anyway.
A man would have technical questions. A woman is just like, what does this say about like
and
my
I
energy?
Did, yes, and I did have technical questions. And Ashton Forbes, I'm watching him talk about how it would work with those orbs around the plane, and it sounds exactly what she's talking about. Anyway, the secret thing with everything, and I don't know how, because I'm not a fucking, I'm just the pincher of the loaf over here. But it's something with plasma physics. That's an entire branch that nobody talks about for the last 80 years. That's a fact. They don't. I've heard Mark Andreessen, that fucking goblin, bragging to Barry White. Like
that sounded like diarrhea. Was that flushing or was that diarrhea?
Did Jenna drop an orb? Did she just miscarry our child in there? Because I heard that. Did she just give birth to my son, Toilet Metzger, in McCusker's fucking office? Good. Now we consecrated this place. Wow. This is a 4-claw show, dude.
This is a 4-claw show.
I usually keep it to 3 claws per show, but
no,
that tale of heroism, you should be planting an Iwo Jima flag for your daughter. You know how many girls have told me that if this bullshit had been around when they were young, they would have fucking had their tits cut off?
Yeah, if your parents were gay about it, you would be on a lifetime regimen.
This is like, dude. And
do you know what happens? And everyone, okay, I'm going to say this definitively because everyone goes, Butter doesn't know what he's talking about.
Who says that?
People in comments, and because I respond to everybody, like I heart react to everybody I can. The people that like me the most make fun of me a lot.
Well,
It's
I hope
great.
your fans keep their tits from that fatherly affection you
thing.
showed them.
I know people who went through this. I saw this firsthand. When your small child, I'm talking kindergarten age, says something that lines up kind of with gender dysphoria, you end up on a treadmill or more a conveyor belt of appointments, and you see professionals and you see psychologists and therapists.
This is why Louis J. Gomez is a great dad, because Louis, you ever meet Louis's son?
Yes.
Like he was a baby. I saw him, and then all of a sudden he was a very nice, well-behaved young man. And Louis is a goddamn Puerto Rican animal.
Yeah, but he's an incredible father.
He really is. And Louis pointed this out.
Not even Bud. He's a great guy.
No, he didn't have a father, so his faults are not having a dad, but then he's a good dad.
Right.
But Louis fucking goes, if my 5-year-old to their girl, I go, shut the fuck up, you don't know anything, you're fucking 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Is everybody fucking crazy? So
they put you on the conveyor belt, and you get you're getting all the kinds of care, and like I know people that went through this for like over a decade, and they were like putting like not devices, but like like installing shit in them, like, and to block hormones and shit like that. And like short of like surgery to remove body parts, right? But like still like pumping hormones into them and shit. Over a decade of appointments. And then when they finally came to their senses, they were like, we realized after it was said and done, we never once received a bill. Isn't that the scariest thing you've ever heard?
I gotta really process that, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
Yo.
And I'm talking firsthand. I'm not saying
dude,
like I read this online.
That's really.
I'm saying like,
yo, that's fucking.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, guess what? Those of you that are dumb enough to have mutilated your own children in the service of Kybi, the goddess, the fat cat piss lady goddess, Sydney Sweeney, that's why they're mad. Because, so basically, your fucking lizard fuck leaders, I don't know that they're lizards, but they are. You know what I mean? Like, even if they're not, they fucking are.
Honestly, my thought on this is it's just one more branch of like dropping the birth rate. Obviously, they did.
Obviously. So here's what the fight is. One group of rich fucking cunts wanted to make you not breed. So if you remember, asses were real big, but not tits. Even though you got to have good hips to have a baby, so you would think the asses are, but it's all psychological. So Sydney Sweeney talking about genes and genes, right? Do you see the commercial? And by the way, the commercial is weird as shit. But the commercial is going, spread your genes. That's just what the commercial is. And she got big tits like a fertility goddess, right? So your leaders are like, you're always a fucking cow no matter what. Don't ever think you're not. And so all like Trump is fighting for is for like, no, we can breed a little more and have a few more cattle.
Yeah, we need people
and
breeding.
That's all you get. And if you haven't figured that out yet, you either are making good money not figuring it out, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Or you didn't go through what Tim did with his kid successfully. Good for you, okay? But like all this shit I'm making jokes about, dude, that is one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my life. Because on Jimmy's show, we're just covering people who have insurance and their copay is $40,000 fucking dollars. You're better off signing a fake name at the emergency room right now. And Mark, your buddy Obama did that. You have anything to say about it? No, you don't. Of course not.
Yeah, now we're okay.
So look, like this, but that's the guy I love. I'm just saying, everybody's focused on retard shit. I didn't even what you just said to me is so disturbing that I'm gonna have to go like eat right now. I can't.
These are working people. You can't afford your health insurance premiums, let alone your copays. Your deductible is $10,000 by those.
Everything you saw in a Jack Chick tract that you thought was crazy is what they are.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. I ain't telling you who to fucking vote for your fucking God or whatever, but like this shit. See, here's what's so upsetting. It's not they're incompetent and greedy. Rogan will try to because he gets disturbed if I tell him too much stuff. Okay, I understand it, but he's like, I'm freaked out. And there's a bunch of good people that work in the fucking pyramid. They're not bad people. They're people I like.
But they think the pyramid's real.
You know Bruce, the dude that works for Rogan?
I don't know anybody that works for
That
Rogan.
guy fucking rules.
I'm not in the Rogan
Navy
sphere.
intel guy. He probably thinks I'm saying crazy talk, and I'll bet he's not involved in anything bad like I'm talking about. That's how the system works.
Yeah.
You follow orders like a stupid fucking cow. You put your dude, they did a beta test to see how obedient the cows are. So, did you wear your mask and you're still wearing one? You have ulterior motives. The mask never worked. Fucking Jenna went to the state capitol, and you can watch the proceedings, and some fucking dude goes up and goes, in a COVID mask, and goes, I'm a mask presenting male to female trans woman. Now, I thought the mask referred to the COVID mask.
No, masculine.
So it's a dude that transgendered to a woman who also presents as a dude. Fuck you! You should fear for your life, you piece of shit! Maron, you defend that! I've never felt bad for a politician in my life! Well, I'm thinking of those poor Texas fucking lizard people that got to listen to that drivel. Yeah, I know they caused it, but they have to sit there and listen to this fucking insanity. Oh, what a clown world.
But how do we package this for children? All right.
Tell them the truth. Just tell them the truth about everything all the time. Stop lying all the time. You can't do that? You can't stop fucking lying to make it cool with your family?
You want to preserve their childhood.
Bubby and Zadie said, I got to be loyal to Israel. Yo, I love it that TikTok destroyed that. They lost all the next generation of kids. Here's where the Zoomers are good.
It is kind of self-correcting in that way.
Look, dude, here's the next step that's going to happen. Because all the things, I mean, if you're defending Trump still. Now, I've never voted. I want to proudly say I've never voted because I'm not a fucking stupid cow that believes in this shit. So I'm so proud of that. I'm not an imbecile that thought this was real, like a kid reading a comic book who's retarded. So, but if Trump had done the things he should have maybe had done, I would vote next time. That's what I said. I go, next time I will vote because I'll know it's not completely WWE wrestling fake. But it is fake. It's fucking fake. Whoever rules the thing, your Hulk Hogan character you think is good, is just an actor at the end of the day. And there's a guy in charge who shits on his secretary's head in a three-way and then tells them, finish up, I'm going to get a shower. You guys finish up. After he shits on the woman's head, you spit roasting. Thanks, Vince. I think we're done too. Can we share the no, we can't share the shower. We'll just sit out here while you have a steamy shower.
I just joined the PTA at my 8-year-old school. I might ask if we can show this. I might ask if we can show this episode.
Dude, school was invented by proto-Nazis. Your entire school. It's called kindergarten. Remember Kindergarten Cop and Arnold had an Austrian accent? Remember that? Yeah. Kindergarten. That's a German word. Do you know why they have kindergarten? Because the Emperor of Prussia found that 70% of the soldiers aren't aiming at the other soldiers because they don't want to kill people because people aren't naturally bad. People are naturally programmable. That's what a Satanist will tell you if they're cool. That's the big secret. So all that Egyptian horse shit that you see, those pharaohs are like Kardashians and their whore mother priestess fucking animal who pimps them out uses them as fucking so the pharaohs and all that shit, it's a mind control system. That's what the Templars brought back from the Middle East. And that's what you live under. You live under the pyramid power system. Why do you think it's on the money? Because that's our national scheme, the pyramid scheme. And they can never do disclosure of anything. UFOs, Epstein, they can never tell you what happened because you, like the cow, you'll go from cow to zombie and tear them apart limb for limb. And they know that. So that's why Trump is not, I don't know if he did anything with a kid or not. I think he's just protecting the thing. And you're supposed to be happy because he put tariffs on people. Yo, fuck this country until they tell you the truth about anything. Name a single thing they've ever told you that turned out to be true. I can't think of one. Can you? Not even one.
Come to think of it.
Yeah, so if you're still fucking gay, you're a stupid cow. It's not Christian, right? I'm not a Christian. I made that clear, right? I don't have I would hopefully could become one to have the supernatural mercy of Christ to forgive what stupid fucking cows you are. Because I don't want to. So I do need Jesus. I'm not saying I don't, but I don't want to forgive any of these fucking people. I want to put them in wood chippers. So I got to pray for that. That's why I have to pray now. I'm actually bitter about it. That I have to pray to Christ to somehow forgive these fucking lizard people. That's the only way out. That's the only way out because they can never disclose.
What if we forgive? What if we forgive instead of asking someone else to forgive them? Why are we putting all the power?
I don't think I can.
Why are we
trying to?
Christ all the power of absolution. What if we?
Yeah, that's the whole thing of Jesus is just that.
them?
It's a legal loophole for you to not live in this retard system. Look, it don't matter the history or nothing. There's a legal loophole that they don't want you to know about. Okay? Like when my mom would fight about coupons at the store. And no, you said on the coupon that I get this. And these fucking cunts don't want it. They don't want you to have nothing for free. They're mad about you having anything. Okay? So that's why they all hate Jesus. They can't wait to put Kendrick Lamar in a crown of thorns with diamonds and platinum on it. And like the guy's a good rapper too. And he in 10 years, Kendrick Lamar is gonna have metal teeth. He's gonna have metal teeth and talk about sucking his cousin's dick. I promise you that. It was a great crown of thorns, a lot nicer than the shitty one Jesus had.
Well, they kind of had to throw
Was
it together.
Jesus one made out of wood? Nice crown, Einstein. That's what I would say to Christ.
They
if
did
he
the
were
best
here.
what they had with the materials they had on hand, though.
Dude, Kendrick Lamar is not a hack, and the crown of thorns motif is hacky. So why would that happen? Because people above his grade, and if they put you in these fucking eugenics lab kill Tony buckets around the world, they're trying to eugenics. Oh, only the strong can survive. So they'll sell it like, oh, Kendrick was showing black people they could fucking be disgusting materialists like the evil white people. Isn't that wonderful? Right? And then they got a guy, Dave Blunt's. The guy that wrote Cousins, by the way, is Dave Blunt's. He wrote Heil Hitler.
Legend.
And the personal song about Kanye sucking his cousin's dick are written by Dave Blunt's, who lost a lot of weight. Good for
Also
him.
incredible freestyle.
And he's at the Super Bowl, the big sporting event, with an oxygen tank and a purple velour, like a fucking kid that got mutilated at the Willy Wonka factory. And that's what they show black people. And then when you talk about these weird fucking sexual deviant evil fucks, they go, oh, they want to tear a black man down. White people have their own precious fucking, oh, you want to tear Elon Musk down. You're not loyal to Trump. They're supposed to be loyal to you. You don't get that? I don't know who I'm talking to. All right, I got to eat. Anyway, good work.
Everybody.
Keeping your daughter's tits on. It's not a joke, dude. Tim Butterly's better than any veteran. Steven Crowder changed my mind. Oh, I'm so hungry.
That was unhinged.
You're the fucking best, man.